Welcome to the Transform Lifestyle Medicine YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you 3 different ways that you can prepare tofu, 2 of which are in the oven and 1 is on the stove. All of the recipes will be in the description below. Before you use any of these methods to cook your tofu, you're going to want to drain and press it. To drain it, you just cut around the wrapper and then you dump out all of that extra water. This will help give your tofu a crispier crust and it'll help it absorb the flavor better. Then you're going to want to press it. To press it, you wrap it in a paper towel or a kitchen towel, and then you place a pot on top with some cans in it, and you leave it there for about 20 to 30 minutes, and this will help give your tofu a spongier texture. The first method that we're going to do is a simple oven bake method. For this one, I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees, and I have a greased pan. Now I have half a block of tofu here, and I'm just going to start cutting it. I'm doing it in triangles, but you can do whatever shape you like. So as you can see, I've finished cutting them and I added a little bit of salt and pepper on top, and now I'm going to place them in the oven for about 10 minutes and then I'm going to flip them and cook them for another 5. Okay, so we have our finished tofu all done. Mine only took about 12 or 13 minutes. It really just depends on what size your tofu is. So as you can see, we have a nice golden brown tofu, and it's nice and spongy too. This would be a good type of tofu to put in like sandwiches, like a banh mi sandwich, which is what I prefer to do. For our second method, we're going to do a crispy oven baked tofu. So we have some nutritional yeast here, and this is going to be like our crispy coating. And then I have some soy sauce mixed with water here. If you don't have low sodium soy sauce, you can just mix your regular soy sauce with water like I did. So I'm just going to cut this tofu into some cubes. Okay, so now that I've cut my tofu, I'm just going to place it into this bowl. And then I'm going to mix it with the soy sauce, and then after that's combined, I'm going to put in the nutritional yeast. Now that that's mixed together, I'm just going to dump in my nutritional yeast to get a nice crispy coating, just like so, and then I'm going to place it onto a lined tray, basically. And then I'm going to put that into the oven at 425 for about 20 minutes. And then I'm just going to flip them a little bit and just put it in for another 5 minutes. It really doesn't take that long, but you can make it as crispy as you like. Okay, so this is the second batch right out of the oven. It has a nice crispy exterior, and it will get more crispy as they cool. These also took a little bit less time. It just depends on how crispy you want them, and basically just how golden brown you want them. And these would be really good in like a stir fry or something that you have a sauce with. For the last method, I'm going to show you how to cook tofu in a pan by making a tofu scramble. A tofu scramble is like scrambled eggs, except instead of the eggs, you're using tofu and black salt to get that eggy kind of flavor, and then turmeric powder to get the yellow color. So I started by adding a little bit of olive oil into our pan. I'm going to add a little bit more, just to prevent sticking. And I'm going to turn my pan on about medium-low heat, just so these veggies and our garlic don't burn. So I'm going to add in some green bell peppers and some onions first, and I'll let those cook before I add in the garlic. Basically everything. I'm just going to start stirring this up until the onions are a little bit translucent and our green peppers are a little bit soft. Okay, so my onions and my peppers are cooking, and I'm just going to add in a clove of garlic that's minced, and this is just going to help add some flavor. Okay, so now I'm going to start by crumbling in some tofu. You can chop this if you want, but I like the crumbles because they look a little bit more like scrambled eggs. But you don't want these to be super, super small right in the beginning because as you mix them, they are going to get a little bit smaller. All of my tofu is crumbled into the pan. I'm going to turn up my heat a little bit and just start letting that tofu cook. And you're just looking for a little bit of brown color around the tofu. Okay, so I have some golden bits on my tofu, and now I'm gonna add in some salt and some pepper, and then I'm also gonna add in the turmeric and the black salt. So just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And now we're gonna add in the turmeric, and this is just gonna make it yellow. You don't need to add too much. So just adding a little bit. And then as you mix it all out, it all turns yellow. And you can add more if you want. I just started with a little bit. Okay. So that's good. And now I'm just going to add in some black salt, and this is just going to give us that eggy flavor. And you can just add as much black salt as you want and just do it to taste. So, just taste that. Really, really good. Come on. So I just transferred our tofu scramble to our plate, and this is all of the different kinds that we've made in total. We have our simple oven bake here, we have our crispy tofu here, and then our tofu scramble. And like I said, all of the recipes will be in the description below. I hope you enjoyed learning how to cook tofu, and come back to our channel for more videos.